Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is African Rebel. In this video I'm going to show you guys how to we are all pattern traders, we are all trendline traders, right? So I'm going to show you guys how to use this trendline strategy to get sniper entries. When you call it a strategy, it consists of not just using the trendline itself, but time frames to use, and what you should look at. So I'm going to show you guys how to analyze with the trend line properly so that you can obtain a sniper entry for yourself, just like I did today. And I'm also going to show you guys the result of my trade. And without wasting much of our time, please, if you know you are not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe, turn on the post notification so that each time we give content like this, you can get notified. Please don't forget to comment if you think the video, whatever you want to comment in the video. Don't forget to tell us your comment. We are open and always going to listen to you. So let's get started. So this is volatility 25 hours, and then today we had a trade. And if you're in the community, you see we dropped the idea for you guys as well, so you can also join the sell, right? So we had this sell today, and it was 1:25 trade, which was very nice. But you can see now the trend line strategy I'm about to teach you guys is going to be from the 1 hour. This is basically for those of us who like to trade day trading, and also kind of scalp as well. You don't have to hold the trade for a long time.
It's 7 o'clock.
Thank you, Samantha. And you also don't have to it will also show you to master the lower time frames, to always tighten your stops, because I see most traders trading the trend line, they are always on the 1 hour or the 4 hour. But you also have to understand that the higher the time frame, the higher your risk, right? And the lower the time frame, the lower your risk and the higher your reward. So this is what we did. I'm going to walk you guys through how we got this setup today, and what trade we have taken, how we got the trade we took from it today, right? So first of all, using this trend line strategy, you have to start from the 1 hour. Okay, so you have to go on the 1 hour. And I always preach to you guys, when you come to the chart, look at the current pattern first. Always understand what is current. It is the current that tells the future, right? So if you come to the 1 hour instead of the usual way of going to 24 hour, which we were taught from Falcon, right? Now if you come to the 1 hour, because you don't want to hold this trade as swings, right? And some of you also ask me, how do I analyze every day, since what I teach is look at the 1 hour, look at the 24 hour downwards, right? But I'm going to show you guys how we do this thing every day instead of looking at the 24 hour every day. So this is the 1 hour, and this is the current market we are having. So if you look very well, you should spot for yourself a current pattern on the 1 hour. Then when you look at it on the 1 hour, the other time frame you go to is the 5 minutes. Then from the 5 minutes, you go to the 1 minute for the final confirmation where you execute your trade. And when I mention the 1 minute, you should know that if you're using 1 minute for entry, your stop is definitely going to be tight, right? So let's practicalize this thing for you guys to see. I always tell you, when you come to the chart, the current pattern, mark the lowest point of the current side or the current structure you have, and then the highest point of it. This is the current structure I'm going to use, right? I have this impulse, we have this running channel, or this correction to the upside, and then we are having these swings, right? And I also used to tell you guys there's a difference between price patterns and price channel. There's a difference between price patterns and price channels. If you want to understand better how we do all of this, or how we go to understand all of this, look in the link in the description and contact us for proper mentorship. Okay, so this is the highest point for me, and this is the lowest point, and because of that, I want to connect these swing points, right? So this was the swing we had in the morning. This chart you can't replay, else I will cut out some of the graph, so that some of the candles, so that we can properly replay it. So I had this chart for myself in the morning, and because I have this price channel, this is not a price pattern, I have this price channel, we are creating swing lows, right? So I know that we should be looking for sales in it. Yeah, we should be looking for sales. I knew that we should be looking for sales. And I also have this rejection from the trend line. I think that time we had this guy like this. Okay, yeah, we had this guy, we had this touch and this touch, but we're expecting it to happen. You can see from the analysis we had here, we're expecting this one to happen, right? So this from the 1 hour, instead of going down to the way we wrote 15 minutes, 4 hour, 24 hour, now you go directly to the 5 minutes, so that you can be able to spot for yourself the current structures that are going on, and also you can be able to do your day trading without wasting a lot of time. and without waiting in anticipation that a lot of things will happen on the chart. So this is the 5 minute, right? And on the 5 minutes, what we had there also, we had, like I always tell you, come to the current side all the time, the current side all the time. So on the 5 minute, we have this structure, right? We have this structure like this, 1 2. That's what we had in the morning, right? You can see it already here. We had 1 2, and we are anticipating the third one so that we can sell off, right? So another 1 2. So this help you to always make money no matter what the market is doing. And like I teach you guys in my previous videos, when the high is swept, you have to sell equal highs, equal lows, and all of that, right? This is where liquidity is seated. And I tell you, if you don't understand properly how all of this is being done, look in the link in description and come to be properly taught how to do with this market. Okay, so this is the 5 minute, and we had this, and we were expecting the third time so we can sell. You see clearly that after the rejection we sold off, right? But we didn't sell here because of the reason, the fact that we're not satisfied with what we had. Okay, we that understand properly, we understand my community, we understand in we understand liquidity in a better form. So we know that we're not supposed to sell here even if it works. Some of you, when the market rejects the trend line and then you sell off, it plays, and then you feel you know what you are doing, bro, you have to be careful. Okay, so now we had the current structure on the 5 minute. Then the last time frame you go to is the 1 minute. That is the time frame that aids you to get the sniper entry, because definitely whatever entry you get on the 1 minute and whatever stop loss you have is going to be very, very small. Okay, and your target won't be on the 1 minute. Okay, so let's go to the 1 minute. So this is the 1 minute. Okay, this is the 1 minute. Now at first we had this rejection. Okay, we had this rejection. Like, this is Falcon's risk entry. When he hits the trend line rejected, then you can sell off. So if you took the risk entry, good for you. If you didn't, but we didn't, because we don't trade risk entries, we don't take risk trades. We make sure that we understand that this market has done this before we get in. Now this is the 1 minute, and this is where we executed the trade. And you can see on my screen the result of the trade, right? You can see on my screen the result of the trade, and you can see very well we hit our take profit as well. So this is this is where we executed the trade. This was the 1 minute, and then when this happened, we don't take risk entries because we are always conservative. We want to make sure that we know why we are selling, and we have all of the odds in our favor before we sell, so that whenever we lose, we know that yes, it is not really our fault anymore. We don't just take risk entries just to make sure that we are placing trades. So we had this market dropping, right? We dropped here, and then it just swept a little bit outside this trend line, and then it went back up. It's coming back up. Now we noticed the way it was coming back to the upside. Then I knew very well that, or if you understand liquidity like we do in our community, we know that this place is trying to tell us that the market has created a high here that is significant. This high is very, very significant, because even from the 24-hour, for any time frame you go, this high is significant with this structure we had. That's what ran with this 1 hour structure here, which is this trend line coming down. So we connected this guy, so we know that the market has to start dropping from here, even from the 1 hour trade, right? Now why I said that when you are on the lower time frame, you have more edges, and you also have you have less risk and more rewards, is the fact that those people who are trading the higher time frame or on the 1 hour, immediately you execute your trade on the 1 hour, your target will definitely be here. Yes, your target is looking big, but what is happening inside the market is, like I said before, the lower time frame holds more information than the higher time frame. They hold more information than the higher time frame. But most traders, most pattern traders are used to trading with the higher time frame. Okay, so now those who are holding the sell for the 24-hour, already you have been kicked out, because your stop loss, you sell here, your stop loss is going to be above. Now you're already kicked out. But those of us that understand the lower time frame, I understand liquidity, I understand what we understand in our community, we know that we have made a lot of money from here today. We had a 1:25 trade today from this. Now we had this equal high, and then we know that since the market didn't give us any liquidity vibe here, if you want to understand liquidity, I said look in the description, right? So since the market didn't give us any liquidity vibe, and we didn't execute our trade, because we don't execute without the liquidity being taken, so that we don't become liquidity. Those people who executed here are definitely looking to take 90%, right? Because that is how they trade it. That's how they deal with the trend line. And those of us who just watch Mark's video on YouTube, or borrow some video from someone you call self-account traders, whenever you execute here, you're targeting 90, right? But you don't understand what is really causing it to go 90. So they're already targeting 90 here, but this is what the market did. It came back and then took their stop loss. This is where we know that, yeah, it is time for us to execute our trade, because it took stop loss. Now the number two reason is because of the fact that we are pattern traders, because we use Trendline all of the time. So we are pattern traders, so we know that anytime the market is approaching a significant level, we know we look very well what is the market doing, how is it approaching that level, what is the behavior of the market. If you look at the behavior of this market approaching this level, we have a running channel. And in the video I talked about important price patterns, I told you guys about running channels, right? So this is a running channel where we have an impulse to a particular direction, and then we have corrective phases or swings to that same direction. Then we know that, yeah, the market is about to what? Reverse. So our trigger was supposed to be this guy. Immediately after this shooting star that swept this significant high here, which took the stop loss of those people who did the risk entry for Falcon. So immediately this happened, we're supposed to execute our trade here. So this is where the execution happened, and you know very well after liquidity, your stop loss is above the candle that swept the liquidity. So this is a stop loss, and then this was the take profit, because this is the next significant level, significant low that we had for this swing. So this was the next significant level, and this is how today's trade went, and this was the TP. Okay, so you can see 1:24 point, you see that, and then the risk was just, let's just say 50 cents, because this is 49, this is 0.49, so let's approximate it to 50 cents, and then the TP is what? 11. The TP is 11. But those of you who don't understand the lower time frame and believe that lower time frame is noisy, the more you wait for the higher time frame to do, yes, you executed, you are in profit, but you don't understand these swings. Your target is definitely going to be here, and look at what the market have done. It took our take profit, was to sweep the low, and then there's supposed to be a buy signal here, but we didn't take it because, okay, we made our target for the day. All right, so you can see the result on my screen. This is the trade we took today. You can also see the idea in our community. Like I said, if you want to join our trading community, please look in the description below and contact us. Thanks for watching.